Hello, you alright, Chris? Jolly good. I'm still here. Oh, okay. That's frustrating. Hello, Nick. Alright. How are you? Okay. Sounds intriguing. It's not showing us anybody online at the moment, only 2 people. Where is everybody today? Okay. Oh, you got to sort out the ground for it. No. Well, that's a nice size. Hello, Sarah. Oh, doesn't matter. I haven't even got a garden. Oh, Robert's still locked out of Discord, Nick. Oh, ignore the burnt sienna on my plate. I didn't put burnt sienna on. Hello, Sarah. I didn't put burnt sienna on my list. I don't need burnt sienna, but I'm not used to using burnt sienna. I squeezed it out. Oh, okay. Okay. Robert normally comes to Monday mornings, Tuesday afternoons and Wednesday afternoons. Lovely. You should be able to get in now, Robert, if you want to try the Tuesday afternoon lesson. I've been really busy this morning. White, ultramarine, cadmium red, and I'm going to use Payne's grey because I want it a bit more bluey than black. Technically, there could be cadmium yellow, but I'm going to avoid it because it'll run the risk of my sea going green, and I don't want it to go green. You want warm blue, so you want white, warm blue, warm red, and then your blackish colour. Yes, ultramarines tends to be the only warm blue is really ultramarine, the proper purple based. Well, that's burnt sienna, which I don't want. That just got squeezed out of habit. I don't need burnt sienna. I know Christine can't make it today. She's going to watch later. So I might have to nip up and downstairs if I get people calling in for collections and stuff. We're very busy this morning. Oh, hello, Robert. I haven't watched it yet. No, I've got to ask you again. I keep waiting. Well, now I'm a celebrity, Robert. I have to do these kind of things. But no, I do need to look at it again. No, not again. To look at it because I keep waiting till I've got time to get my head around it, and over the last month I've not had 5 minutes spare. But also, now I have actually got Discord as well on my laptop, I think I'll find it easier. Da, 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 da. Have I? I've done it as high as it is in the picture. Ish. Because it's all about the water. But you can do it as low as you like. Because the boat isn't on the horizon line, don't forget. The boat is above the horizon line. The boat is way below the horizon line. The boat on the right. Well, no, it's not. It's just it's a yacht. Well, no, I deleted the other one because I didn't know I did it. I had no idea that was on, and then Nick came in and said, "Which one are we doing?" And I went, "What do you mean? There's only one picture." And oh, I've just no, because the galleon no, because there was a big mix-up on my sheet. Um, so the seaweed thing is next week, not this week. Um, well, it's just another. It's because I might have people joining today that were joining for the galleon that obviously they're not going to see. So it's a similar scene, but all in moonlight and blues. But I just need to sort somebody out. So oh, shut up, Barry. There we go. Okay. Well, it's a similar colour scheme. It's the same colour scheme. That's all right. But yeah, I changed it at around 11 o'clock this morning. No, yeah, around about 11 o'clock. Um, because I had no idea at all that I do. I have found it really difficult without staff at the moment. I'm really struggling because Jackie can only do 1 or 2 days a week, and Sandra's not back until July. So I'm basically 12 weeks behind everything that I'm doing. Um, it's stupid. I haven't been able to add anything online and add any products onto the online shop because I need to do it on my laptop, but my laptop, the internet is not good enough for the laptop downstairs. Um, so it's a nightmare. It really is. Okay. Well, it'll be nice. It'll be nice. Um, No, well, you see, well, it is, but I did it. I chose it because it is like the last one, but a totally different color scheme because of the mix-up. Um, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. I just need to check that Trish is in the group because in my going out of the page to see if she was all right, I've lost my video screen, so I'm not even seeing. I don't know. Does that work? That seems to work. It was a bit Wallace and Gromity. So hopefully, Trish, are you there? Yes, I think you are there. Good. I've not had any lunch. I'm gonna have to find something to eat because I'm here till 9 o'clock tonight. Uh, Ultramarine. But ignore the burnt sienna because that shouldn't be in there, but I just squeezed it out excitedly. Oh good, I'm glad you're there, Trish. Not quite. I've been steady actually this morning. I've got about 8 or 9 bags of things to be collected. So it's good that everybody's been in today. I've got a check shop appy next to see if there's any more that I'll do after this class, and then between 4 and 7 tonight I'll be trying to add items onto shop appy. I think I might even try and lug my laptop downstairs. Once I know I'm shut, I'm all right, but it's quite tricky to work it with people in the shop, and if I'm not in the shop, I'm having to get people to move out of the way so I can get behind the counter to hide behind the screen. So it's a bit of a faff at the moment. Um, I'm going to be using my new purchase from my shop, which are the oh, what are they? The J car brushes for £6.99. Pretty good. I used them yesterday morning. Very pleased. Now, I just like the blues in this. I thought it was very nice to get the light on it. So it's a similar construction to last week's, because this is an extra one that's missing. Because next week is the seaweed and the rocks and the shells and things. But I just thought, similar but different. But yeah, I take your point. It's another boat. So if you're doing a boat on Monday morning, you can have too many boats. Have I got? What have I? Yeah, because Thursday's a lavender field in the morning, so that's nice. I'm having a very acrylic-y week, which is good. I'll give you a couple more minutes to draw, but to be fair, it is only one line, a triangle and a squiggle, so don't need too much in the way of drawing. I'm very tired today. I couldn't get to sleep last night. I got home about 10:30. Well, yesterday, you see, I wasn't open, but in between classes and stuff, I was mopping the floor to get the floor stickers on and trying to get all the stock out on the shelves and then put all the orders aside ready for collection for today. So my brain wouldn't switch off yesterday. But I'm hoping to be a bit more leisurely because we've changed our opening hours just till 10 till 4. It should mean I'll be able to get home earlier on Wednesdays and Fridays, and we'll see, because I need to get a work-life balance. Yes, Nick? Yeah, there should be microwave and dishwasher. I've got some, but I don't use them I don't ever use them in the dishwasher, but they should be dishwasher safe. Yeah, it was Sarah's first time in the shop today. Are you? Which mug? I've forgotten which mug did you go for? 30% lighter. Oh, how exciting. Hopefully that will remind you, see, Nick, not to dip in. Oh, really? I've also had the issue over the years of trying to drink my paint water thinking it was my mug. But I do have them separately. I have my water jar on one side. I drink left-handed, even though I'm right-handed, because my water jar is on the right, so my drinking arm is on the left now. So I've learned over the years not to, but occasionally I forget and I do pick up my my paint water jar to drink from. I don't recommend it. Right. Yeah, I am. Well, I am a brush sucker, as you all know. So I really have tried not to do that as much. I've stopped biting my nails, which is for the first time since ever. I haven't bit my nails for the whole of lockdown. So that's one accomplishment. Possibly the only one, because I still haven't sorted the understairs cupboard out. I don't think I'm never going to do that. Never. It's just lots of packaging and boxes ready for stuff that have arrived or gifts that I've had, and I don't want to throw them away because they might come in handy and all that kind of thing. I don't have an attic because my attic is full of my landlord's stuff, so I've only got the under the stairs cupboard and the spare room for junk. Right, I'm presuming we're all drawn. So I'm going to get my nice 3/4 inch flat and a bit of white and put it in the sky, roughly where the lighter area is. I'll blend it up and down. I was just panicking then that I hadn't stuck it down, but I have. And I'm going to add actually a little bit, I'm not cleaning my brush, I'm going to add a little bit of cadmium red to my ultramarine just to change the tint a little. And I want it along the horizon line. I'm doing it separately, and the reason I'm doing it separately is because it's the only hope I've got of keeping my horizon line straight. Oh, I've just gone wonky. So I'm going a little bit purple, and then I'll go up into a little bit of blue. Because the sun, I was going to call it the sun. It's not the sun, is it? It's the moon. I see the moon. The moon sees me. Over the meadow, over the sea. So I'm going to leave a little strip, and I'm going to do a bit of blue up the top. Oh, I've got too much white on my brush now. I'm having one of them days again. Maybe it's one of those weeks. Who knows? It's really warm in this room as well today. Tip of me bristles. I want to sort of blend it with a little bit of white, so it's not a hard line. Ready for the clouds. And the same with the bottom bit. Yeah. It needs to be a little bit bluer. I've probably obliterated all white now. Yeah, I have. What a wally. But that's okay, because we'll use... I want to darken with a bit of red in there. So I think I've got Jackie again on Thursday to cover me during the class, which is wonderful. Kathy's helping out this afternoon, just in case. But we'll see how it all goes. Oh yeah. Oh, hang on, I'll just move my light out of the way. Where is the top of my paper? Let me see if that's done it. Yes, you should be able to see the top. It looks nice. Looks nice on the screen. You should now. Because there's about a minute's delay today. There we go, you should see it now. Just about. Right, I'm going to keep that brush. And I'm actually going to use my little finger with a bit of white on it to give me where the moon is. as a little circle like that, so then I can stripe the clouds across it. Oh, that's, yeah, okay. I don't need to move the camera down for a bit because I'm not doing the anything else. Not doing the bottom bit just yet. Yeah, my little finger in a little swirly motion. It's been nice to see everybody today. Real life people. And people were very good and they didn't touch things and poke things or breathe on my face. Which is a bonus. That is just a blob of white on my little finger, and I just did it in a little swirly circle. Because then when that dries, you see, I can put the, I'm going to make some slightly darker clouds. But what I might do with a smaller brush and a bit of white is just, this is still a little bit wet, so I can give myself a bit of a whiter glow. Just underneath, around the moon, a bit of a moon glow. It must have been moon glow. Who's saying that? Oh, is it? Daniel Smith. Oh, he's got some right wacky names. He's in the Terry Harrison School of Paint Naming, isn't he? The way they have the wacky colours. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing. When you sponsor, when I worked for Winsor and Newton, no, I didn't. I worked for Dana Rowney. That we were beholden to, obviously, as product demonstrators, you've got to do what you've got to do and say what you've got to say. So, although when the shop opened, we were a Winsor and Newton Premier Art Centre, and they were quite strict about what we sold. I'm so glad we got out of that because that was really hard. They sent us, we had to sell a certain amount of their colours, so we had to have the full range of artist watercolours, the full range of this, the full range of that, to become a Premier Art Centre. But half of the stuff never even sold. There were colours that nobody really ever wanted, and I'd got loads of them. So it's quite frustrating when you're linked. I know a lot of singers are now becoming private artists in their own right because it's better than being tied to a music label. I've just mixed up a bit more blue and a bit of red just so I can use my flat brush to create the streaky clouds across. doing it in a bit of a choppy motion. Tiny bit of water with it, and it's going to get a bit paler because my white's still a little bit wet in places. I might do the same with some white clouds as well once I've done the dark blue, or this sort of purple blue. I chose this because I thought, because the galleon was a really popular picture that we did when I posted it on social media as well, that having more of a monochromatic feel, I don't know, thought it might appeal to more people. So let's put a few white clouds. Oh gosh, my stomach is rumbling so loudly. Good job I got my headphones in, otherwise you'd have all heard it. Oh, so is mine. Make your paint a little bit runnier, so it cuts through it. Not really runny, but just slightly runny. Slightly less than ink. And I've stabbed over it rather than painted across it. Let that dry a little bit. I mean, with this sort of scene, it doesn't matter massively. But so yes, those of you that haven't been to a class this week will see, have spotted that there is now a separate camera on my palette, so you can see the colours zoomed in, and you've now got a digital version of the image, the reference image, so it should give you a much clearer reference as well, so it's not reflecting off an iPad or a tablet, or it's not a photocopy. It's there. I've only just worked out how to do these things, but hopefully it should enhance your learning experience. And I'm annoyed that I've lost my straight line for my water's edge, but well, it doesn't matter. I'll have to pretend there's like a tidal wave coming, a storm brewing or something over the back. Although I'm looking at the picture, it looks like there's a bit more headland really flat across the horizon, so maybe we can do that with some Payne's grey after. Maybe. God, I'm so hungry. I'll have to steal some crisps or something later. And Kathy's not looking. I ended up getting it for my evening because I didn't eat yesterday, but I had to eat before my class, so I got a barbecue chicken burger from Lenny's. It was quite nice. So I might do the same tonight. Ooh, nice. Because it's dandelion seed heads in acrylics, isn't it, tonight? That'll be nice to do the outline. I think it's. I think basically we're just going to use three colours like cerulean blue, white, and cadmium yellow. Oh, and burnt sienna. So three colours plus white. Because white isn't a colour technically, don't forget. If you want to be pedantic about it. Right. So hopefully it's looking all right so far. Hopefully. I'm going to do the sea in several stages as well. We'll put the light blue on, the dark blue on, then the white shimmer. Boom, 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 boom. What about black? Naughty. Well, technically, black isn't a colour either. It's the absence of colour. So it just depends how absent it is to how dark the black is. So you can have a light black, technically, because it's just slightly less absent. I suppose it would end up as a shade of grey. A darker shade of grey, absolutely. $50 Shades of Grey. I never understood why it was called that, because I know he's called Mr. Grey. I don't know why 50. Yeah, he's Mr. Grey. I only ever read the first one. I bought all three, read the first one, fell asleep during the first film. I was quite depressed actually, because I thought this is supposed to be quite a raunchy one, and all I was thinking about is his wallpaper didn't go or something like that, or I didn't like the bedding, and I thought, why am I even watching this if I'm critiquing his decor rather than appreciating the film for what it is, which I don't know what it was. So I not really my thing. I made copious notes and annotations in the first book though. At least I've got a use for masking tape other than painting with. Yeah, interesting. Now is that? Well, that is quite dry. Right, so what I'm going to do is go with the ultramarine and a little bit of cadmium red and a little bit of white. I'm not going to put the white. Oh, that's too light now. Maybe. What colour is that? Oh, no, actually, I should have made it. I should have left it a bit lighter. So I'm just going to cover the whole sea in a sort of light version of this sort of purplish colour. I've mixed a very good colour up that matches the sky. I didn't even mean to do that. I ordered something off Amazon and I paid for next day delivery. I ordered it on Sunday and it was supposed to arrive yesterday. And during a Zoom meeting, you were there, Nick, you were in class, and Sarah in class last night when I was talking about it. And I got an email at 10 to 6 to say it's been delivered to the occupant at 21 Parsons Street, and I thought it flipping hasn't, because I'm the occupant and I've not left this building. Still hasn't turned up. It took me ages to get through to Amazon to make a complaint. They've refunded me, but that still means that I'm not getting my stuff when I wanted to. She said, "Oh, just reorder it," and I said, "But that's kind of not the point. I ordered it because I wanted it today. I needed it to arrive today, for today, and it hasn't arrived." She said, "Well, it's a third party seller." I said, "Well, this third party seller is trading as Amazon, so it's your reputation that's being ruined, and you're saying that you can't contact them to arrange it. I can't contact them to arrange it, so you're just going to give me the money back." It just seems a bit of a cop out, really. They are. Yeah, I mean, I have had the money straight away. She said she wanted to give me gift vouchers, and I said I don't want gift vouchers, thanks. I said I might not use you again, so I don't. I just want the money back because you've not. It shouldn't have been, but it's sort of a lightish. It's a similar colour. It's the purple, a little bluey purple with a little bit of white in there. But I am struggling to get the straight edge. Right, so while that dries, we might as well do a coffee break early because we need that to dry. So that's a good time to put the kettle on. So I'll put the kettle on. I'll see if that guy came for his order, and might still some crisps or something, or a biscuit. I'll see what she's got. I'll be back in there. I will be here in the morning. Big or little. Ooh, I'm back. Right. Oh, I've just pressed the wrong button. Right. Is that dry? Oh, that's dried nicely. Good, good. And I'm going to still use my flat brush to make a darker purple, similar to the cloud colour. Keep it all fairly monochromatic, which was the ultramarine. Oh, that's too runny. Ultramarine and a bit of red. And I'm going to streak that in. Now you want to keep it fairly horizontal because it's water. And that goes... I'll put the white on later as well. So this is the darks, and then I'll build, so there's a bit of a gap. And then we've got a longer gap. I'm going to move the image down a fraction now so you can see the lower parts of the floor bit. It's quite a big expanse there. Keeping the edge, I'm using the edge of my brush so some of the lighter colours can come through. It's a lot darker, is it? Well, I'm kind of you know me. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, you know. But now I've got to work out, so then there's a thin, then there's a gap, then there's a slightly darker bit. So it's all about layers. I never got any crisps. I got asked a question and then forgot. So I'll just waste away for a bit for the rest of the class. Don't worry about me. I'll be alright. It's frustrating weather at the moment. I've not got my window open in here today because of the drying time. So then I want that to dry. I keep not going over. I need to go up to the edge of my paper, and I'm not going up to the edge for some reason. I need to make sure I do go over the edges. Right, let's stop that. I should use a thinner flat brush next for the lights. Now some of that has dried already, yet some of the stuff I did initially hasn't dried. It's a little red. That's okay. Oh, thank you. Well, yeah, no, there aren't any seagulls. And if I put one on the mast, it wouldn't. It'd be tiny. So I do like that image, though. I do like it. Yeah, no, I know. It's because of the mass confusion. But never mind. Well, yeah, exactly. Well, that's fine. It's all about being creative, isn't it? Gosh, some of this is totally dry. Like the middle bit of the dark blue here, dry. The top bit, still wet. Bizarre. But I'm going to use a smaller flat brush next. Yeah, do you know what? I got confused. Because let me put the dark in where it should be, which is the back of the boat. But we're gonna put lighter colours in anyway. But yeah, you're right. My brain isn't computing today. The dark goes right the way up to the back, and then the light is in the behind the boat, isn't it? Oh yeah, I've got my light in the whole wrong. Right, I'm gonna do all this dark. Don't follow me. I don't know what I'm doing. Gosh. What a wally. I knew there had to be a stripe there, but I just put it in the wrong place. Yeah, it's a good job I'm not the instructor. No, it's true. Right, that'll do. And then I'll lighten that area. I might have to get the hairdryer on this. I can't believe how the top part of my picture is totally wet still. Where that band is that I put in the wrong place. Oh, I've still not finished it. Oh, for goodness sake. There. Oh no, I've gone over my horizon. So did you hang around? Oh, I bet you didn't have time to hang around town, did you, Sarah, today? Yeah. Is there much open? Yeah, I think a lot of the shops are staggering their opening. I think more are opening Thursday, Friday, Saturday to trial it. But you see, other shops, I think Revival, a few doors down there, just open as normal with social distancing measures. But that's a massive shop compared to ours. Exactly, it's about 3 or 4 meters wide, whereas my shop is only 2 meters wide. In other than the extra bit on the left hand side, which is the bit that I have to shove people in. If there's a customer in the shop and I'm upstairs, they have to go in that bit, so I can come down and hide behind my sneeze screen. It is. It's actually called a sneeze screen. You buy a sneeze screen. And I've got smaller versions for in the classroom, but it actually really makes no difference at all. In this, well, exactly. I mean, you're all forward, but because it's such a tiny room in the classroom, it'd be in the air anyway, so it would come over the screen, so it wouldn't make any difference at all. So that was a bit of a waste of money. I'll find a way to use them though, because I've got 10 of these perspex screens. There should be a way. Yes. Yeah, the one opposite, he's never shut. Oh yeah, the one, what's it called, Bow Gang or something like that. Do you know what? I don't know. I'll have to have a look. I would imagine they are open. I would imagine they are. Because yeah, Mr. Tie opposite, he's been open all the way through, and he's limited to 3 people capacity. But yeah, he's open. But he does. I know what you mean. It can vary from day to day. It's a bit like that at Farthing Hoe Reuse and Recycle Centre. They just make it up as soon as, yeah. You'll take like you'll grab a massive sideboard and they'll say, oh, just give me a tenner or whatever, or you'll go for a book and they'll say, oh, it's 10p, or but if you ask somebody else, they'll say, oh, it's 50p. So it's whatever they think they can get at the time, which I don't mind. I like it. But yeah, he is a bit like that over the road. Let me try a bit of white on here now to try and. Yeah, it's nice in there. I forget what it was called before it was called that. Yeah, he's such a nice man though, he is. But yeah, it's you take your luck with his place. I think you take your luck with your sell by dates as well in there. Yeah, he's not very hot on product replacement or shelf stacking in terms of putting your old ones at the front and your new ones at the back. But you know, it's all part of the fun of shopping in a small shop. So this is just neat white I'm putting on. I do want to put on sort of a mid blue that's a bit lighter than the lighter blue I've got, but not as white as the white. But this is just a little small flat I've got on here to move things about a little bit. Oh, I've gone wonky with my moon line. I'm really having a bad day. I think that's sort of straightened it up a little. Bowing in the middle. I should look at the screen really. Better, I think. Slightly thicker in places where it's more solid of a tone. And then I'll put the lighter colour on. That's technically a bit more cerulean, but I want to keep it fairly monochromatic. Still waiting for things to dry a little bit, and then I'll do a slightly lighter blue. I might just use ultramarine and white for the lighter blue bands. I see there's a new wave in Beijing at the moment, a second wave that they're quite worried about. Yeah, I think they're doing localized lockdowns, aren't they, over there, or something, and also troubles with China and India. Potential World War III looms again for the second time this year. Anything can happen in 2020 by the looks of it. Yeah. Oh, have they? What are they like? Why can't they just can't they be content with a global pandemic, and they've got to start playing with some other stuff instead, you know? Let us get one thing out of the way and then you can start being silly with each other. No, exactly. I think you're right. It is a little bit far fetched now. I mean, literally, I've got to the point now where I just think, oh, what now? Really? I don't. I believe everything. Everything is just so possible now that I'm 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 sort of desensitized to the idiocy of everything that's going on. Oh yes, then and they think it's the end of the world this week again, don't they? But apparently, I don't know much about the Mayan calendar, but apparently it's a cyclical calendar anyway, and it just means that there's a big global event happening this year rather than the end of the world. So it's the end of the current world. So that could mean anything really. It could mean the end of the political system. It could mean the end of anything. Nothing would surprise me if I saw one of the four horsemen coming into Primark. I would be not shocked, to be honest. Not anymore. As long as if I knew, I'd order some takeaways and not pay for it or something. I don't know. Or get a nice telly, or get a new car. Absolutely. Well, I'm very easy to please, Sarah. There's nothing I need or want, really. I wouldn't mind owning my own house, but I'm not going to get a mortgage if it's the end of the world by Friday. Exactly. Maybe I should just move into a house and squat. At least I'll at least have that joy of owning a big house for a week. So I've mixed a little bit of ultramarine and white together for some of the lighter tones. I'm using my little flat brush because I want the white to be the white part of the picture. And I'm making sure this is behind the boat. Yeah, that's what I'm having to do with this little. This is a little flat. It's weird because again somebody asked about brush sizes in one of the lessons. I think maybe it was last night, and this is a flat brush, but it's a number 6. Now normally flat brushes are in inches, so that's quite bizarre. I'm still not used to squeezing paint out. You'd think after all of these years I'd know how to do it. See, I might do some once I do the sort of Payne's grey and ultramarine for the boat and the headland. I might put a little bit of that in the water right at the bottom, because you know with a picture like this we've got no layers, have we? We've just got this body of water, and we've got the headland at the back. So the headland is going to be like the background, then the boat is going to sort of be the midground, and then we need to change the tones up a little bit for the foreground. Um, just tap in a little bit of light, just about. I shouldn't be using a flat brush. Maybe I should use a spotty brush, a little round brush. It's good I haven't had to change the bit rate for the video here, because I thought I might have to change it, but it is quite low, so hopefully you're finding the quality just as good. Yeah, I think definitely darker bluey blacks right at the bottom to match the headland up, because when you do a picture like this you have to constantly balance the tone, and if we had the dark colours just in the boat and the headland at the back, they would stand out too much because there's no relationship to anything in the picture. So when we darken the foreground area of the water, that will give us more of a balance and more of a harmony. We like a harmony. 16th of June, it's amazing, isn't it? We were talking to a few of the shopkeepers in the street this morning. We were wondering about how how the rest of this year will go. Do we write this year off, or do we think Christmas is going to be really good? We just can't tell at the moment how it's going to go. But I mean, the amount of people that have been in this morning, and a few of the shopkeepers have said they're quite busy. We're all quite hopeful. It'd be nice if everybody's thinking has shifted to support small shops rather than big shops, because the trend was sort of there at the start of the year and around Christmas. So hopefully it will continue. That'd be nice. would be jolly nice. I'm going to see how this looks. I'm going to let it dry because I'll be leaning on it. But hopefully once the where the white canvas is of the headland and the boat, the only white that will be present will be the moon and the reflection in the water, the pure white. So that should make it glow a little bit more. It's a lovely sunny day again, isn't it? It was a bit drizzly yesterday. It's June though, isn't it? What can we expect? We're heading towards British summertime. When's the longest day? I can't remember. 21st. Oh, yeah, because I think I've seen that Stonehenge is doing, the National Trust or something is doing, or National Heritage is doing a live solstice from the Stonehenge for the longest day or something like that. Yeah. But apparently, when Stonehenge reopens, I think this week, they're going to put they've got social distancing measures in place. So whether they've moved all the stones 2 meters apart, I don't know how they're managing it. But it's true. You don't think you don't think of the impact that it has on everything at the moment. The social distancing measures. Um, but it's certainly different. I've not seen any signs, but I've only come from my car on the old auctioneer to the shop, so I don't know if there are spots in Banbury where there's areas marked out for safety or whatever. Because I imagine with shops having queues, it's going to be difficult in the old town because each shop is only 2 meters apart from each other. So where do people queue safely? No. But so if when the cafe reopens and I reopen, well, I am open. But if I've got a queue of customers, and the cafe's got a queue of customers, and Kendall's next door has got a queue of customers, where do we put them all? Because there's only a 2 meter space in between. Fortunately, I've never been in the position of having a queue of any kind, so I think I think I'll be all right. I'll survive it. But it's amazing all the little things that you've got to think of. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, I think you're right. I think it is sort of like a new experience. I've just mixed a bit of Payne's grey and ultramarine together to plop in where the headland is. Um, I think you're right. I think it is sort of the excitement of being free uh, is about at the moment, and people are wanting to see what shops. But I think interestingly, because a lot of the shops are doing it in a staged way, like Kendall's, I think, and Doodle Dash in Parson Street are open later on in the week, so maybe it will bring another influx of people. I don't know, but it's an interesting way of thinking. Because, like for me, I've just because my door was shut, it doesn't mean that I've not been working or earning money. As you know, the classes have still been ongoing. Um, Admittedly, I haven't made anywhere near as much money as I would have if the shop was open, but in the same respect, I haven't lost any money, which is good. Exactly. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to get the government grants and things, but I've still been able to earn my own income as well, which is nice. It's nice to not be totally reliant on handouts. So yeah, it's the first time this week I did look at the bank statements properly and do a little bit of working out, and I thought, oh, I'm not as rubbish at being a business person as I thought I was. I'm only mildly rubbish, rather than a disaster. I'm putting some of this in. I'm using the new Payne's Grey that's in the abstract acrylics. It's rather blue and rather transparent, so it's quite nice for a picture like this. I haven't done Payne's Grey before up until now. And I've got a black. I'm doing a little bit in the water below, just so you can see how it really does make a difference to the depth. I'm using my little flat brush again. My strawberry plants have died, and I can't work out why. They were doing beautifully, and I've been watering them, and then all of a sudden they're dead. They'd flowered, and just at the point that the strawberries are going to come out, they died. It is. I mean, I'm not green. I'm not wonderfully green-fingered, they're self-set strawberries actually from last year's plants. Um, I've also been learning how to regrow onions because I'd had some onions that had started shooting again. So I was looking up how to strip it back, and also garlic. Um, I've 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 rooted a garlic clove, which I didn't know you could do. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, this is from an organic place that I've got it with the onions and stuff. So I thought I'll just give it a go because nearly all my potatoes I grow are from potatoes that have started shooting themselves. But I've got such a tiny garden. Do you know that's the mast, isn't it? I was wondering what those dark lines were down the bottom left of and it is the mast. The mast is the length of the picture. Yeah, I hadn't noticed it, and I thought, what on earth is that? I better put it in while I've got this dark colour. And I've gone wonky again. I just can't do straight lines. Let me fill in this shape. See, until this is in, I won't know if I need to darken or lighten behind the boat, and I think I'm going to have to do a bit more light because it's not going to stand out as much as I want it to. And this looks like a 5-year-old's boat at the moment. With the Payne's Grey, yeah, I've just blocked it in because this is quite transparent and I'm getting quite streaky, so I'll fiddle with it properly when it's dry. But I might use this brush. No, I won't. I'll use a thin brush to do the mast. I'm going to do it in pen. Probably what I should do, but you know very well I won't. Yeah. No, it's a good idea, Nick. Well, I'm going to give it a go, you see. Because I'm a fool. Yours is too dark. Well, I'd rather it be dark. I wish mine was dark. Mine's a bit light. Right, I'm going to have to let it dry because it's lifting off the colour. Because it's sort of sailing to the moon, isn't it? It's on a slight angle. I think I've made mine a bit too big. Sailing away. Oh, I thought that was at the back. Is it towards us? The boom. Yeah, I think you would. Yeah, I can only see the main mast, not the smaller one. Is it drying? So really I should make the back end slightly flatter then, rather than as slopey as that, because it's coming towards us. I need to work this out. Oh, I need to get the hairdryer on this because I'm lifting it all off. Possibly, I might do that in pen. Just because I don't trust myself. Oh, I need to darken some of these lines. Oh, bless you, Anne. This is so transparent. I've never worked with a paint as transparent as this, which is lovely for the water, but not lovely for what I'm trying to add. But it, I've just blobbed there. Maybe a little bit of white for the lighter area where the light of the moon is hitting could help me out a little. Oh, I'm gonna have to use a pen. I can't work with such transparency. It's frustrating. Have I got a pen? Oh, actually, one of the no, not there. Try 0.1 dark grey or a 0.4 black. See if either of those will help me. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, and I need a ruler. So that's still wet. Let me dry it off. What, for the rigging? See if I do it a little bit darker than it is. I need to move the paint out of the way though. Just for a sec. I've succumbed to the black. The grey isn't working. I have to let that dry. Foolishly, need to do a few more bits with the rigging. My boat looks stupid. I need to do something to that. I don't know what. Zoom in on the boat. Yeah, I don't want to though because it's awful. But I'm going to stick with it and see how I can change it. Right, I know what I need to do now. I've kept it a flat bottom, but it shouldn't be a flat bottom. It needs to run downwards. Oh, and this ink isn't drying, so it's given me black where I don't want black. Oh, I need to get a hairdryer on this again. I'm having a right catastrophe today. It's far too deep for my liking. I need to lighten and shrink it along the bottom a little. Thankfully we have plenty of time because I need to get my boat looking like a boat. There's an adult has painted. sheet with a little bit of moon glow. Well, I think that feels a little bit more like a boat. Wasn't it Royal Ascot today? But without the Queen, if I remember. She wasn't, yeah, she wasn't going to attend. Yeah, Royalish Ascot. I'm just playing around with the water a little bit now, trying to... Oh, thank you. I thought I've really had to play with that boat even more now to give it a little bit more definition than it probably should have. But sort of if I zoom out again, you can... A what? Oh, okay. Got two masts. I'm absolutely awful with nautical stuff. I don't know anything. I feel bad because I should, but then growing up in the middle of the West Midlands, which is extremely landlocked other than a canal, I don't see very many boats. You just see the canal. Absolutely not. You only see barges. Ah, Okay. That, well, it might come up on something, you never know. Exactly. I'm gonna put a little bit more headland in the back, I think, just to change it up a little bit. I'm not gonna do much more because I don't think I can. But I'm not displeased with it. Now I've actually given my boat some perspective instead of just giving it a horizontal base. I would have liked it sailing towards the moon rather than coming out of the picture, but you know, it's sort of like the opposite to the galleon in that sense. I'd need to darken my headland on this side because it was too blotchy. Yeah, I think that's all right. How's it going, Nick? Is it going all right? Well, that's good. Yeah, maybe I should have moved the boat further in the picture. I don't know. Mind you, I've extended my boat. My boat's a lot bigger. I don't know. But it's more about the serene monochromatic feel of the image. That's what I've gone for. So yeah, next time, the 30th of June, is the seashells on a rock, seashells and seaweed on rocks, and then we should be back to normal. I must have just missed it off. I don't know what happened to the I don't even question myself anymore. It just is what it is. Because normally somebody's picked me up on any of the errors, but that one seems to have slipped everybody by. Oh yeah, yeah, because like you see the shop happy. No, well the thing is, I obviously when I set up the class lists for Shop Happy, I just went straight from the booklet, so I didn't even think about the actual dates and how it related to anything. So yeah, weird. Never mind. We're all here. Oh, thank you. I think it's nice just using the blues and well, blue and I haven't got any yellow in there. Part of me would be tempted to put a hint of a yellow glaze on now it's dry. I'm gonna try it, but I don't know. Should I? What do you think? No. Okay. Good. Yeah. No, I like it just with the ultra. I like it being slightly more purpley than the photograph being a bit more green. Oh yeah. Oh wow. That doesn't happen very often. Useful and helpful, DFES. Wow. Amazing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think I can add any more to this or do any more to this, so I think I am done. Or should I darken the bottom? No, I might have to darken the water a little bit down below, just to balance, because my boat is darker than intended. Good. We'll see what your dandelions look like tonight. Go well. What if this is the half decent one and the other one becomes amazing? See? You got to think in a different way. Paint tube half full and all of that. Right, I'm done. Excellent, that's me done. So I will. Oh, I see. I have to have a look. Let me have a. Oh, that's nice, Rob. Oh, I like your boat, Robert. I really like your boat, way better than mine. Well, that's nice. It's better than mine. Let me have a look at yeah, yours is nice, Nick. That's nice. Yeah, that is that. You've both done really well. Yeah, good stuff. Right, I'll post mine in a minute then once I've put it on the group. So yeah, I will. What day is it today? It's Tuesday. So most of you, I'll see you tomorrow, won't I, for the drawing class? Yeah, and I'll see those of you, the others, tonight probably. So thank you very much. Take care, and I will see you all whenever I see you next. Bye bye. Bye bye.